a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News and brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. All suburban school budgets were approved last night in the Rochester area, except for West Arundecoit. West Arundecoit and Brighton Central were the two districts which tried to override the 2% state property tax cap. That takes a 60% plurality of the vote. Brighton pulled it off, but West Arundecoit did not. The West Arundecoit district will vote again on June 17th. If it fails again, the district will have to cut its budget by $1.4 million to match this year's tax levy. In Greece Central, the biggest of the suburban districts, voters approved the $210 million budget by a vote of 1,846 to 997. They approved a proposition to buy 33 new school buses, and they elected incumbent Sean McCabe plus newcomers Lisa Christoffel and Bill Maloney to the school board. Condolences have come in from Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy, from Mayor Lovely Warren of Rochester, and both sides of the political aisle for Congresswoman Louise Slaughter, whose husband passed away yesterday. Robert Slaughter died in Washington at the age of 82. He and Congresswoman Slaughter were married for 57 years after they first met in San Antonio, Texas. They settled in Fairport after he was offered a job in Rochester, raised 3 daughters there, and they have 7 grandchildren. Congresswoman Slaughter's office confirmed Robert Slaughter's death and said the Congresswoman and her family deeply appreciate the thoughts and prayers of the community as they work through this difficult time. Sheriff's Department investigators now believe it was a rock that hit a car on I-390 on Tuesday, but they don't know if it was thrown deliberately or not. A driver reported his car hit while driving under the CSX Railroad overpass near Chili Avenue. This is the 5th incident of the sort since mid-April on 390 and 490 on the west side. The sheriff's office says 2 cars were shot at with a BB gun last week on 490, also near a railroad overpass. The Rochester City Council has voted in favor of Councilman Adam McFadden's measure to ban the box. That's the name that got attached to his proposed law requiring businesses to remove the previous felony conviction checkbox from their job applications. If Mayor Lovely Warren signs the law, employers won't be able to ask someone on their application if they're a convicted felon. Councilman McFadden says there's nothing to stop employers from asking that question during the job interview or from conducting background checks. He says he just doesn't like the idea of people being automatically denied an interview because of past mistakes. The Brady Center to Prevent Gun Violence will sue Gander Mountain Sports, where Don Nguyen bought guns that were later used in the West Webster ambush. The Brady Center says the Gander Mountain clerk should have known Nguyen was a straw purchaser, buying the guns on behalf of someone else. The suit asks that Gander Mountain change its business practices and train its employees to spot people who may be buying guns on behalf of others. The suit is being filed on behalf of the 2 firefighters who survived the Christmas Eve ambush and the families of the 2 who were killed by gunman William Spengler. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.